unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. 4 out of 4 for Michael Vaughan on the MPL Super Couch. This is just, I mean, Dooley, it's just luck, right? This is luck.
Blind luck.
Yeah, it's blind luck.
Blind luck, that's all it is.
Yeah.
If you get 1, it's lucky. If you get 2, you could
It's
say,
really lucky. It's 3,
Get
very,
3.
very lucky. If you get 4,
four,
you
it's
should
4.
just buy lottery tickets today.
There's a lot of information in here, a lot of, forget the analysts.
Employ Michael Vaughan.
It's all in here.
Give him a job.
It's all in here. I've been there today to see the pictures, studied it.
Yeah.
Knew exactly what I was talking
Couple of
about.
quick flights that was, because I saw you at the pool at the hotel.
Chopper.
Oh, Chopper was it? Chopper to Hyderabad. I reckon that'd take you a little while.
Take you a while.
It was a fast one.
And you did a Cricbuzz combox in the middle of that. You're just everywhere, man.
I've got my scouts.
Yeah, you're done good.
And the real Michael Vaughan, actually, this is a clone. There's 2 clones. The real Michael Vaughan is actually on Chris Gale's bat, uses a raft sailing to England. There's so many of them. So yeah, hire Michael Vaughan as your analyst. You'll also save electricity because the computer's in here. There you go. Go green. All right. Well, this is MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. We got Delhi who were batting first. Oh, well, sorta. They were batting for a while. And then they stopped batting in the last few overs.
But just that Sunrisers bowling attack, and that's what it's done today. I mean, Khalil Ahmed was brilliant, I thought. He used the bounce and the pace well. But they're able to just pull things back always. It usually starts with a couple of tight Rashid Khan overs, which it did today, and then they just strangle them at the back end. And what looked like being 170, 180 is a pretty, what we think now is a fairly ordinary score.
I wonder if Bhubaneswar Kumar will admit that he prefers not having the captaincy, particularly when you're bowling at the end. If you're captain in bowling at the end and you're setting field and you're thinking about bowling changes, you look at his record so far in this year's IPL bowling in the last few overs, it's not been like Bhubaneswar.
Yeah.
You know, he's been going at 14 and over until today, and he got that Yorker going again. And when you're the captain and you're having to do all the other things and then bowl and deliver your skill, it can't be easy. So I just wonder whether
Freed his mind to that, and
he's the happiest chap in town having came back.
You can't do so many things at the same time. I mean, you're not Michael Vaughan, right? You can't be doing that. But really for them today, let's look at the innings progression and you'll see they had a 51-run power play, right? Colin Munro was going absolutely mental at that time. They got 51 and that's really good at Hyderabad. Then it slowed down and then it just fell apart. I mean, 34 for 4 in the back 5. Yeah, like that's, you don't really deserve to win, harsh as that sounds, with that effort in the back 5.
No, smart bowling. I'm going to give it to the Sunrisers bowlers. I thought the delivery that went wide to Munro, dragged him wide. He knows where he wants to hit the ball, and Munro wasn't up to that. He sort of still played quite a loose shot. Rishabh Pant was loose. Morris he had no idea against Rashid. So I think just some really smart bowling. I give it to the bowling unit and say they pulled things back really well after an untidy start, and Munro looked like he was going to sort of take it away from him.
It was almost the perfect innings for Delhi when you think you're going at 8 and a bits in the first 6, and then you go at 7 and a bits in the middle, and then if you can explode and go at 10s to 12s in the last 5, it's the perfect innings. But the last 5, very similar to the first game.
Yeah,
you know, it was there for them. You know, the platform would have been set. They played quite nicely, but you just need that freak at the end that can really climb into any kind of bowling and dislodge a few into the stands.
And Rishabh Pant used to be that guy for them. I mean, he was that guy for them in the previous season. He was in the first game that they played. And somehow after that, just sort of middling knocks and soft dismissals.
Well, I mean, Michael talked about it earlier, didn't he? The second-year blues.
Yeah.
You know, it burst onto the scene last year, was brilliant, took bowling attacks apart. And this year, he's been seen in the international scene as well. Guys are starting to work him out. Maybe this is how we bowl to him. Too often am I seeing that one hand off the bat, sort of almost I won't say an excuse, but it wasn't quite there, or it didn't quite feel right, or there's just a little something about him now that he doesn't graft. He doesn't graft for runs, and sometimes as a batsman in these situations you have to graft. You have to work hard.
He's if you think about when he came into the scene, he was just this free spirit. He just swung the willow magnificently, and there would have been nothing in that mind of negativity. Now he's had a few failures and he's had a bit of criticism. You know, he's almost now going to the wicket thinking, do I play in a conventional way or do I swing? And tonight he was in 2 minds, and he kind of flicked at the ball. It was a real poor shot, and for him to get out in the 17th over, Graham Smith on commentary said the 17th over is the over as a bowling team to try and target a wicket, to try and restrict. And it was perfectly planned and a poor execution of a shot. But I just wonder if his mind's got a lot going on. I wonder if he's just trying to, no disrespect to Rishabh, he can play, but I wonder if he's trying to think like a batsman too much.
Yeah.
And maybe after tomorrow, his mind will be free.
Yeah.
And
because he should know his fate.
Yeah, well, he will. And I think that it's not an easy situation to be in, I don't believe, for anyone. When you're not sure, when you're on the fringe and you're desperate. You're desperate to perform. You're desperate to go to a World Cup and be part of a World Cup when your country's got a chance of winning it, a genuine chance. I mean, people around the world are picking your team as one of the favourite teams to win this World Cup. You want to be part of it. You're a young man who's excited about being part of it, and everyone's saying, "Oh, IPL runs are not going to count for World Cup selection." Well, he's not telling himself that.
Yeah.
He's saying, "I've got to get runs, otherwise I'm not in the selectors' minds. I'm not going to get selected." So I just wonder, and I think I said it 2 or 3 nights ago, watch some of these players free up after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some of the Indian players in
particular. Got to get back hitting the ball.
Yeah. David Warner as well on the other side. I'm sure David Warner's thinking that as well, going, well, it's
just watch their minds and bodies just free up after tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Warner will be on that flight to England.
Yeah.
I think he's all right, yeah.
I think he's okay.
Should be. I don't think he'll be too worried. Let's see, the Sunrisers Hyderabad fans are not going to be that worried about their bowling because their bowling's not been the 2018 standard. Today was that 2018 standard. Pretty much everybody had a go with the ball, didn't they? Kane Williamson was just throwing it around.
Yeah.
Come on, come to my party. Everybody come to my party. And they did. They did come to the party, didn't they?
Yeah, but that's why I said before the show that with Kane as captain, he won't be scared of doing what we can see there, that just throwing the ball to a ball to ball one. There you go, Sharma, 1 over 1 for 10. No one going above 10s apart from that 1 over from Sharma. That's outstanding in T20 cricket. You generally, even when you restrict a team to 150 odd, you generally get one bowler that goes at 14s, 15s because he just had a bad over or a couple of bad overs, and that's a real consistent performance. And I just like the way Kane goes about his business. You're never quite sure who's going to be on. And I think that's very important in T20 cricket because the opposition can't plan to play against you. You've got to always be just throwing up the odd surprise, and that's exactly what Kane does.
For Delhi, in terms of batting, they've got a genuine problem. That after Rishabh Pant comes in at 5, they've got a 6, 7, 8 that is giving them nothing with the bat.
You know what they need? Vijay Shankar.
Oops.
It's true.
Ship is sailed.
Chris Morris is not your answer at number 6. It's, I mean, with all due respect, he's a good guy to probably have at 7, probably 8 at best, who will once in 4 games strike a few boundaries for you and do that job and finish an innings off. But to ask him to come out and bat at 6 and be that guy, or Akshar Patel is in the same boat, I think. That the guys that can come in at 8 and find you a couple of boundaries late in the piece, but if you're 4 down for 80 and they've got to bat the last 7 or 8 overs, I'm not sure that that's the right role for those guys, or whether they're actually good enough to do that.
No, I think Morris has a problem playing in these conditions with the batting hand. You know, I look at the way he plays spin. He gets in no man's land. He doesn't kind of press forward. He doesn't go back. He's like just stuck on the crease.
Yeah.
And he's not using the wrist. He's kind of really wooden, and it just doesn't look right for him facing the spinners. Against seamers, you know, he's all right because that's what he faces in South Africa all the time. But on these wickets, you've just got to be able to break the wrists.
Yeah.
You know, when you first go out there, you just see how rigid and wooden he is, and for a reason why there's plenty of dots.
Big tall, he's like a giraffe in quicksand.
Correct. If you're sat in that dugout and you've been watching for 12 or 15 hours, which is always the time that he comes out, you've got to be storing something here about what's happening out in the middle. You've got to be studying the bowler and the pitch and the fields that are being set. So when you go out there, you're on 10 or 15 before you've actually faced the ball. And then you just work the ball into gap. You go, right, I've got used to the pace now, I've got to go.
Yeah.
He, to me, just plays rather than actually studies the game and goes out to bat. He just goes to bat. We
can see the Delhi squad. We'll just try to pull that up for you because Delhi going into this auction had a genuine problem. After transferring Vijay Shankar and Abhishek Sharma, it was almost like they had to answer that number 6 problem for them. And let's look at the squad and see if they have any alternative there, because you're looking at that and you're going, 1 second, who can it be? Either, I don't know, maybe get Manjot Kalra, he was good in the under-19, get him in there.
You like your under-19s, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I back him. There's Hanuma Vihari there as well, gives you the option with the ball. I mean, Hanuma Vihari is a proper batsman. Why do they need Chemo Paul
For instance, let's bring Sherfane Rutherford in there.
Yeah.
Let's get another batsman in. And that team tonight, you bring Rutherford in, you've still got bowling options. Ishant Sharma, Akshar Patel, Rabada, Morris, Tewatia.
Hang on, there's no Tewatia today. This is the wrong one. I think this is from the last game.
That was the last game.
Yeah, this is just the squad. So they're playing Amit Mishra today. We'll switch from this to the 11 because we just wanted to show you the entire squad. We'll shift from this to the 11. There you go. Now look at the bowling options there.
Yeah, as I say, take Chemo Paul away. You got Sharma, Rabada, Mishra, Morris, Akshar Patel, Colin Munro.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still got 6 bowling options. Take Chemo Paul out and bring Sherfane Rutherford in. Strengthen your batting. Yeah. And use 6 bowling options. Not difficult.
Yeah, that should be good enough.
Yeah, they've still got a chance.
Yeah,
Just go back 2 games ago. The Sunrise is chasing against Mumbai.
But will Lightning strike twice in Hyderabad is what SRH fans are thinking.
It's possible because in the back of their mind it is exactly what happened 2 games ago. So they want to try.
What did you think that will be saying? I mean, this is quite a champion squad. It's got some senior, international veterans, some Indian.
I would say I'm a lot more confident of the Sunrisers chasing this because of Kane Williamson in there.
Yeah. Okay.
He will be the deliberate number 3.
There's pace and bounce in this pitch. I mean, Khalil showed that.
Yeah.
You got 3 genuine bowlers. Ishant Sharma, I think, has been better this year. Rabada, Morris, so 3 genuine pace bowlers there to maybe pick up some early wickets. Chemo Paul to follow if required. So if they can nip a couple out early, and particularly probably Warner and Williamson.
Yeah, they've got to get 2 wickets in the power play, and one of them got to be Williamson, and then any other opener.
Yeah, exactly. And then
because if Williamson is around with that asking rate, he's going to just shepherd the team home.
Exactly, but they just want to put some pressure on that Sunrisers side and remind them, get in their heads about the last game.
Yeah.
Remind them what Mumbai did to them. And, look, they're a chance. They're still a chance.
Do you think that Rishabh Pant from the back should just be, to every SRH batsman should be saying, Azari?
Rishabh Pant is not short of a word. So he'll be fine.
He'll be all right. I don't think we need to give him any tips. He doesn't need any babysitter when it comes to chirping, right? Okay, well, so advantage who at the moment? Taking any calls right now? Advantage Sunrisers?
The batting hand chasing that.
Yeah.
I'd say advantage Sunrisers, but I am going to back Delhi to win this.
Ooh, there you go. What do they need to do for that? At least 2 in the power play?
Williamson before the score's 40.
Love it. I love it. See, that's the kind of stuff you get over here. All right, it's time for us to go because we haven't had dinner yet. And me is hungry for the num-num. I will see you later at Cricbuzz Combox after 10 overs. Thanks for watching MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live.